व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं कल्पितं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अवभक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवधातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चातात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरातात् अवदक्षिणातात् अवचोर्वातात् अवन्तरातात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात्। त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वम् आनन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं तत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं तत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वय्लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो निलो नभः चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वम् अवस्थात्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वं योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वमिन्द्रस्त्वमग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरो गणादीं पूर्वमुच्चार्य गणादीं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वार परतरः पदेन्दुलसितं तारेण रुद्धम् एतत्तव मनस्वरूपम् अकारपूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्त्यरूपम् बिन्दुरुत्तररूपम् नादसन्धानं सगुम्भिका सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निश्चित गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात्। एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमं कुशधारिणं रदं सुरदं हस्ते बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्टादौ प्रकृतेः पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः। नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते अस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय वरदमूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
श्री साई अभयप्रदायकं साई पादं। Shri Sai Anandarupam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Paramanandarupam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Brahmanandarupam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Shoka Vinasham Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Kopa Vinasham Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Prema Bharitam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Devarupam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Devi Rupam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Shantamanoharam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Nena Manoharam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Kirti Pradhanam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Pratha Swaranam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Pratha Drishyam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Karma Nivaram Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Dharma Samarakshatam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Daridrishamanam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Nayana Piyusham Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Artha Nivarakam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Artha Pradayakam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Anathanatham Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Kalashaviduram Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Karunyakaranam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Komaladrishyam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Kamaniyadrishyam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Swami Padam. Om Shri Sai Sarvapadam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Sukhakaradrishyam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Punyafalitam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Phalapradhanam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Shakaswaramardhanam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Shamala Komala Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Kamitam Palitam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Aganita Gurakaram Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Anupamarasakaram Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Kumkuma Shobhita Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Shankatamardanam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Mangalarupam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Mangalakaranam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Sarojavaranam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Varajashobhitam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Allahapadam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Ishwarapadam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Yeshwapadam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Zoroastrapadam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Buddhapradam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Nanakapadam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Abhishtapradatam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Shashvata Sokyam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Pushpapadam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Kamaniya Sugamam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Kalimalabanjanam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Kaliyugavardhanam Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Partipurisham Sai Padam. Om Shri Sai Padam Padam Sai Padam Shashvat Padam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. हे विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ भगवान
हे विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ भगवान
हे विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ भगवान
हे विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे
रक्षा करो भगवान। दया करो कृपा करो रक्षा करो भगवान। हे विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ भगवान।
भूषण शिव महादेव साक्षात् परम साई तेरा नाम मुंडा साई तेरा नाम साई बाबा तेरा नाम साई राम 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 तेरा नाम साई बाबा तेरा नाम सत्य साई बाबा तेरा नाम माता जगदम्बे माता जगदम्बे मैं आरती तेरी उतारूं मैं आरती तेरी उतारूं माता जगदम्बे जय जय माता जगदम्बे जय जय माता जगदम्बे जय जय माता जगदम्बे जय जय माता जगदम्बे माता जगदम्बे मातु भवानी जय जगदम्बे दुर्गा माता जय जय अम्बे ओ मातु भवानी जय जगदम्बे दुर्गा माता जय जय अम्बे ओ जय जय अम्बे 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 तेरे चरणों में शीश झुकाऊं तेरे चरणों में शीश नमाऊं माता जगदम्बे मैं आरती तेरी उतारूं माता जगदम्बे जय जय माता जगदम्बे जय जय माता जगदम्बे जय जय माता जगदम्बे जय जय माता जगदम्बे माता जगदम्बे मातु भवानी जय जगदम्बे दुर्गा माता जय जय अम्बे ओ जय जय अम्बे जय जय अम्बे जय जय अम्बे
as we have just enjoyed. I would also like to apologise for the technical delay that happened at the beginning. The next item on our programme is the Bal Vikas offering from all our current Bal Vikas students. First, I would like to welcome one of our youngest classes, Group 1, who will be offering a dance about the Ganesh and Guru prayers whilst explaining their significance. The students participating are Sachin, Anja, Atmaja, Pavagi and Pravisana. So can you give them a round of applause?
Respected elders, brothers and sisters, Jai Sai Ram. Lord Ganesha is the elephant-headed god we worship first in our prayers. His names are repeated first before any auspicious work is undertaken. This is because he removes all our obstacles, both worldly and spiritual. He is the Lord of power and wisdom. We offer the sloka to Lord Ganesha and meditate on his curved trunk, mighty body and luster, which equals that of 10 million suns. We pray to thee, O Lord Ganesha, to remove the obstacles from all the actions we perform. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru me Deva Sarvakayesha Sarvada.
Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvighram Kuru me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada.
On this special day, we celebrate all our gurus and what they do for us. Gurus are like Lord Brahma because they create good habits on us. Gurus are like Lord Vishnu because they protect our good qualities. Gurus are like Lord Shiva because they destroy our evil moods and bad qualities, because a sincere guru has to do all three functions of the Trinity gods. We consider gurus to be more greater or more sacred than them. Therefore, on this day, we salute all noble teachers and offer this sloka here. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
to Year 3 class, Tanisi, AJ and Sai, who will be explaining to us the significance and importance of Guru Purnima.
My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our dearest beloved Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Respected elders, brothers and sisters, Jai Sai Ram. The festival of Guru Purnima is one of the most significant celebrations in the Hindu calendar. It is observed on the full moon day in the Hindu month of Ashada, June to July, as it is known in the Hindu calendar. It is also known as Vyasa Purnima, for it marks the birthday of Veda Vyasa, the sage who authored the Mahabharata and compiled the Vedas. Guru means darkness and Ru means light. Guru is one who removes darkness through light. He imparts wisdom which roots out ignorance.
Guru Purnima is dedicated for offering gratitude to the Guru. On this day, the moon, which is the presiding deity of the mind, is full, clear, cool and bright. It has no blemish or dullness, which diminishes its glow. The Guru too is pictured and praised on this occasion as unblemished, bright and affectionate. He is full of devotion with a sense of surrender to God. He is tolerant and truly peaceful. He is the living example and embodiment of the virtues he desires his disciples to develop.
The first Guru is the mother, for her love, her example and her advice. The second is the father, for his strength and knowledge. Next is the teacher, who leads him and guides him into the maze of material knowledge. But the Guru, spiritual preceptor, alone can open the inner eye and cleanse the inner instruments of intuition. He induces you to question yourself. Dear Hum, am I this body, or is this body only a vehicle which I am using? And discover the answer, Naham, I am not this body. Then the investigation starts to delve into the reality of the I, Koham. Who am I then? And the answer reveals itself in the purified consciousness, Soham, I am He. I'm spark of that glory. I am divine. Sathya Sai speaks, 1972.
Guru Purnima must be celebrated with prayer, as that alone can cleanse the heart and not by feasting or fasting, which affects only the body. This is the day when you decide to become masters of your senses and intellect, emotions and passions, thoughts and feelings, by sadhana, spiritual discipline. Therefore, engage yourselves in sadhana, spiritual practices, without delay. Cultivate virtues. Be free from evil habits, thoughts, words, and deeds. Grow in love and great nature with love. This is the way to Ananda, bliss. This is the message for Guru Purnima. Divine Discourses, July 27, 1980 and July 14, 1992. Jai Sai Ram.
AJ and Sai for sharing with us these wonderful thoughts. I would now like to welcome two of our nursery students, Devdat and Zanvi, who will be offering their gratitude to Swami.
Respected elders, brothers and sisters, Jai Sai Ram. Swami, you are the best. Thank you for protecting me every single day. I love you, Sai Ram.
Brothers and sisters, Jai Sai Ram. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Swami. Sai Ram.
Thank you, Devdat and Sandhi. Next item is our Group 2 Year 2 students who will be chanting and explaining some of the slokas from the Bhagavad Gita. The students participating are Agastya, Tejasvi, Anushka, Yuvika, Diya and Anandan.
We Group 2 Year 2 students of SSE Harrow Science Centre offer our humble pranams to our beloved Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Respected elders, brothers and sisters, Jai Sai Ram. We have been learning many insightful lessons in our Bal Vikas classes, and it has helped us to understand and renew our individual commitment to an active moral life. This year has provided us with the right environment to blossom and empower innate human values in us to highest perfection. Learning Bhagavad Gita has tremendously helped us to understand the real purpose of our life and how we should act by accepting the path of devotion and surrender to Bhagwan. We now understand that as human beings, we have the faculty of choice, the buddhi, intellect to think, to decide, to evolve, and hence we will practice the essence of Bhagavad Gita in our life, which is to always choose the path of dharma and truth. Today we will be chanting selected shlokams and will explain their meaning in depth.
Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirbhavati bharata abhyuktanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham.
Whenever there is a decline in the practice of dharma, righteousness, and rise of adharma, O descendant of Bharata, then I manifest myself. In chapter 4, verse 7 of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna promises to us that whenever there is a need to uplift the world, he manifests himself. He took the form of Narasimha, Rama, and Krishna to destroy the evil and restore dharma.
Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge.
Lord Krishna reveals to Arjuna, for the protection of good, for the destruction of the wicked, and the firm establishment of righteousness, I appear age after age. An example for this is the great story of Prahalada and Hiranyakashipu. Prahalada remembered the name of Narayana without interruption, but Hiranyakashipu was a hater of God. Prahalada's love and Hiranyakashipu's wickedness combined to result in the Narasimha avatar. Thus, Hiranyakashipu's crimes became Prahalada's protections. These two factors must be present for every avatar's appearance, wickedness and devotion.
Sarvadharman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha.
In chapter 18, verse 66 of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna advises Arjuna to give up all feelings of I, mine, and pride in ego and possessions, that is, perform all legitimate duties as worship to God, to please God, expecting no reward. He says, surrender to me alone, I shall liberate you from all sin, grieve not.
Udhava
Let a man raise himself by his own self alone. Let him not degrade himself, for his own self alone is his friend and his enemy. Man's inherent quality is divinity. It has to be realized by him and his own self-efforts. The Atmic principle is not derived from an external source, but it is based on an internal source. As in the story of Valmiki, through constant chanting of Lord's name and by eliminating his bad qualities, he became pure and sacred. Such spiritual practices are key to transform yourself.
These were some of the selected verses from what we learned and these impacted upon us positively. During the past weeks, as well as learning several verses from the Bhagavad Gita, we also looked at how we can improve ourselves. Based on the shlokas that we chanted here, Uttared Atmanatmanam, we learned about the simple process of sadhana, simply practice, where 21 days were spent trying to rectify a bad habit of ours, or trying to develop a good habit. We each chose what sadhana we wished to attempt for 21 days, and although we found it difficult at first, to limit screen time, or to obey our parents even, we found that it became easier over time. We are thankful to our beloved Swami for giving us the opportunity to be in SSC classes, learn Bhagavad Gita, and also to improve ourselves through sadhana. As we are getting close to completing this year's SSC lessons, we are humbly offering all what we learned and understood to Swami's feet. Thank you, Swami. Thank you to our Group 2 students. I would now like to welcome the students from our Group 1 Year 2 class, Adishri, Radhika, Sai Ram, and Ved, who will be offering their gratitude to Swami.
Dear Swami, Om Sai Ram. On this day of Guru Purnima, I humbly offer my gratitude to you. Thank you and all my Bal Vikas Gurus for all they have taught me, and to the elders at the center for their love and kindness. My first Guru, my mother, always says, the way to God is love, and that Swami is where there is love, and he is always there with me. I feel this love when I come to the center and at the farm seva, which I enjoy the best, and when I learn the Vedam. Thank you all.
Dear Swami, Om Sai Ram, thank you for teaching me about human values, about truth and not telling lies, about peace and learning how to be quiet and stay calm, about right action and learning to listen to my parents, about love and being kind and helpful to my friends, and about non-violence, which teaches me unity in how I think, what I say, and what I do.
My Guru Sai Baba, Om Sai Ram. Thank you for creating a wonderful world for me. When I have a bad day, I always think there's something good happening. One day I experienced a very bad thunderstorm and was afraid my house or tree would be set alight, but it didn't happen. And instead I felt relief and drew a picture of a thunderstorm, which made me very happy.
Dear Swami, Om Sai Ram. I have just started SSE at the Harrow Centre and I am really having a lot of fun. Last week we did some colouring and I felt happy. My teacher says it is because I was concentrating on saying Sai Ram as I coloured the picture, and that calmed my mind. I've been learning about the 5 elements air, water, space, earth and fire, and how important it is to take care for nature, which helps keep us alive. Thank you, Swami.
Thank you to our Group 1 students. To round off the program, our final item will be a Tamil song, sung by a Group 3 Bal Vikas student, Shankali, and will be accompanied by two of our young adult musicians, Surva on violin and Risha on tabla. The song is entitled Ena Tavam Sekine, and the song is to Mother Yashoda and goes, "What penance you did, Yashoda, to make the omnipresent Param Brahman call you mother, the one who created 14 lokas. Hugged, cuddled, fed from you, and heard your lullabies. Even Brahma and Indra were jealous. To see you have the op, to tie the Lord to the pounding stone, so as to make him beg for your forgiveness. Sanakadi rishis, with all hardships and toiling, attained the purity that you got easily by being his mother." I hope you enjoy the song.
Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Sai Namaha. என்ன தவம் செய்தனே என்ன தவம் செய்தனே யசோதா என்ன தவம் செய்தனே யசோதா என்ன தவம் செய்தனே யசோதா எங்கும் நிறை பரபிரம்மம் அம்மா என்றழைக்க என்ன தவம் செய்தனே யசோதா எங்கும் நிறை பரபிரம்மம் அம்மா என்றழைக்க என்ன தவம் செய்தனே யசோதா எங்கும் நிறை பரபிரம்மம் அம்மா என்றழைக்க என்ன தவம் செய்தனே யசோதா ஈராடு புவனங்கள் படைத்தவனே ஈராடு புவனங்கள் படைத்தவனே ஈராடு புவனங்கள் படைத்தவனே கையிலேந்தி சிராட்டி பாலூட்டி கையிலேந்தி சிராட்டி பாலூட்டி தாராட்ட என்ன தவம் செய்தனே யசோதா எங்கும் நிறை பரபிரம்மம் அம்மா என்றழைக்க என்ன தவம் செய்தனே யசோதா பிரம்மனும் இந்திரனும் பிரம்மனும் இந்திரனும் மனதில் பொறாமை கொள்ள பிரம்மனும் இந்திரனும் மனதில் பொறாமை கொள்ள
welcome our Bal Vikas coordinator, Arun Uncle, who will be giving a short presentation on the Bal Vikas program and its benefits. Thank you, Jai Sai Ram.
My humble pranam to our Lord, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Respected elders, brothers, sisters, and our dear children, Jai Sai Ram. As a brief, as Chairman requested, I'll give a brief introduction about Bal Vikas. Bal Vikas means the blossoms of human excellence among children. Bal Vikas is a very key dimension of Swami's mission because Bal Vikas children are the future leaders. Swami says education is, end of education is character, and also education is based on morality and spirituality. The main two principles of Bal Vikas, which is divinity in man, and also they should realize the divinity among others. The Bal Vikas is aimed to teach the children the divinity among themselves, divinity among others. So, in the education system, we have mainly teaching outwards, is external issues. What, according to Swami's program, which was started in 1969, and that has 5 aspects of the human domain, which is focused on emotional, mental, intellectual, physical, and spiritual. So Swami has highlighted is a human being should be the balance and also the beneficial for society. The next question is how we do this Bal Vikas program to our children. The structure of the program is we have 9 years program starting from 6-year-old to 15 years. We have 3 groups, which is group 1, group 2, group 3. And also each group has 3 groups or 3 age groups. The teaching is based on 5 human values, which is truth, right conduct, non-violence, peace, and love. And Swami has introduced 5 teaching techniques, which is silent sitting, prayers, quotations, or thought of the day, group singing, storytelling, and group activities. So when our children are learning these 5 techniques, when we are applying the 5 techniques, for example, silent sitting, their memory increases, they become calm, and when we do the prayer, they improve the memory, concentration, and also they are connected to the divinity. And the group singing promote harmony, you will enjoy today. And that is also harmony with body, mind, and spirit. Swami also started Bal Vikas with storytelling in 1969, when we give stories to the children with moral stories from all faiths, and also group activities. The group activities are very important because they give team life skill, for example, team working and communication skill, leadership skill, which is necessary for their spiritual and also secular world. So this is a combined effort. So when we are successing this Bal Vikas program to our children, when we wanted to invoke divinity from our children, it is a partnership effort with the parents and teachers. So parents is at the first group, then we are facilitating 168 hours per week. We are spending 1 hour with our children, so 167 hours with their parents. Therefore, Swami has emphasized Bal Vikas program is close partnership with parents. So this is an evidence. What we are saying is an evidence because our children has performed, participated, engaged various programs. You have seen today, in the past as well, the dance program, and also next one is also another thing is when a child is transformed, it's a family transformed. So this is a family is involved with the Harrow Krishna Farm service and also group activities and various activities. In summary, Bal Vikas aim is two aims. We facilitate or initiate the children to realize divinity within themselves and also realize divinity from others. So in order to achieve this task, according to Swami's expectation, we are expecting the regular attendance from our children. And also, as we mentioned, that 167 hours all the children are with their parents. We expect parents to encourage or assist and support our children to learn what they have learned in 1 hour period at the center. We also encourage the children are encouraging they participate in our center activities. Our youth production of Bal Vikas, you see how they are actually is our Shriya is a comparer, is a Bal Vikas production, and all of the boys, all the girls. So it is very important that the children are expected to do whatever they can to involve the center activities. And also we mentioned that the gurus and parents partnership, we also try opening, we have an opening day on 4th of September. We are also regular parents, teachers meetings, either one-to-one or group. So please kindly join and involve and we get feedback and also improve the child. Finally, Swami says life is expansion. So our Bal Vikas children are not within our Bal Vikas family or our Sai family. We kindly request everyone to go to your neighborhood, families and friends, any children who are not participating, any children who are not benefiting Bal Vikas, so please bring and introduce to the center, then we will facilitate our children to teach because we have at the moment 25 teachers committed. We have 26 children, we have 25 teachers who are registered to be support the Bal Vikas. Therefore, we thank you Swami, thank you all the teachers, thank you all the Harrow Sai Center members and volunteers for this great opportunity. Thank you.
respected elders, brothers, sisters, and dear children, Jai Sai Ram. It gives me great pleasure today to introduce you to our guest speaker, Brother Ketan Gokani. Ketan Bhai joined into Swami's fold at the age of 16, and he is the current national president of the Sri Sathya Sai organization, United Kingdom. He has held several different roles over the last 20 years, including Centre and Regional Young Adult Coordinator, Region 4 President, as well as National Disaster Relief Coordinator, serving in Swami's organization. By profession, he is a project director for a pharmaceutical company, working in the Patient Solutions Division and working in partnership with the NHS to detect early lung cancer via Target Lungs health check programs. Without further ado, I would like to invite Ketan Bhai to come for the front and share with us his journey and experiences with Swami.
I offer my most humble pranams at the lotus feet of our dearest Lord, our sweetest Lord, our true friend, and our Sadguru, Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Jai Sai Ram to you all. It's lovely to be here today, and I, of course, thank Bhagwan first, but I know Chayaben has been asking me for some time to come and to share some experiences. And today, I thank each and every one of you, because you've all, and I'm sure with each and every one of us, have been taken back to Prashanti. Starting at Nagar Sankirtan, and I remember those days very vividly in my mind of, I'm not sure about the sister side, but the brother side, we used to queue up, I think from 3:30, going all the way up the path, waiting, and it was cold in those days, you know, that time in the morning, and we used to see the Sevadal waiting, and we used to even hear the bats flying above in the trees and waiting for, you know, Nagar Sankirtan and the token lines, and it was this whole drama, but we all get caught up in this whole drama. So Nagar Sankirtan was beautiful today, and it takes me back to Prashanti. The Bhajans, the children were amazing today, and you know, each and every one of them chanting Vedam at that age, coming on the stage, and I know at that age I would be shy. Even now, for those of you who know me, I don't like coming in front of the mic. That's not for me, but to share Bhagwan's experiences that he's given to us is obviously a blessing. And even the Palki procession, it took me back to 2019 when I was there for Baba's birthday. And we were pulling Swami's chariot around the ashram. And then when Amma came to do the arti of Bhagwan just at the end, it took me back to the videos. Now, I wasn't there, but with Swami's experiences, when someone shares them or you see them on the video, it takes you there. And when Mother Ishwarama used to come and put oil in Bhagwan's hair, and Swami is just playing the game, Amma, when you came to the front today, we were standing there, it took me back, even though I wasn't there with Swami, but it took me back there. So today, over the next 20 minutes or so, I just want to share some experiences. And really, where I started off in terms of Swami has been in our lives. Not just life, but many lives. But from when I knew about Swami, and then that my journey with Swami at different times of my life, from children in times when I was 16, as brother introduced me, to when I started to go through all my studies of GCSEs, A-levels, university, and then to my work life, and then on to when I got married, and then also in terms of children and living my life through my children, because at the age of 16, I'd missed the opportunity of Bal Vikas, and I can see the benefit that the children have when they go through Bal Vikas. And then also the opportunities I've had of being an office bearer as well. So if I start at the age of 16, now at the age of 16, through the late Dhirubhai Gadia, and many of you may know him, for me, he was the kind of instrument that brought me to Bhagwan. And it was through his programs, of Swami's programs, but when he led the Laksarchan, and the first time I went, I left that program knowing that Swami was God. I 100% knew then, and I 100% know now. And I was very fortunate to be born in a family that's very spiritual, very religious, and we were very ardent, staunch devotees of Shirdi Baba and Durga Ma, and we've always been brought in that way. So the value has always been installed in us, but I never knew of Bhagwan until the age of 16. However, at the age of around 8 or something, we had Swami's picture in our shrine at home, but for about 8 years, I never saw it. And it's a strange, only Swami knows why that happened, but we had a small picture of Shirdi Baba and Swami together, and it was there for a good 8 years, maybe even longer, I'm not sure how long for, but I only noticed it when I knew of Bhagwan as well. And Swami is our guide. He leads us all the way. We just have to stop and think, and we see his divine blessing, his divine hand all the way. And I remember the time of studying, and I see my children studying now as well. We go through ups and downs, and I definitely did from studying point of view. And I'd come to exams, and I tried my hardest, but I realized that as Swami says, try your best and leave the rest to him, and he'll look after everything. And we will still go through bumps on the road, but they won't feel as bad. So when I went through my GCSEs, I went to my A-levels, and at that time I was also working as well, like part-time work on Saturday in supermarkets, doing just Saturday work, Sunday work, just to get some money to get me through college. And then they even offered me a role to say, don't go to university, stay with us, we'll do a new management program, you can do everything you want to do. But my heart was saying, I have to do my best, I have to try my best, and Swami will do the rest for me. And I also said to my parents, I will never go into science at my university to do my degree. And only His grace, I did my degree in chemistry. And it was strange because I did my A-levels and then I went into my university. And again, I'm not a person that studies. I study hard, but I wouldn't call myself clever in terms of studies. But Swami still guided me all the way. And every time I went through my exams, he would look after me. And I would leave the exam. My memory is not very good. For those of you who know me, I forget something very quickly. So after my exams, my friends would ask me, so how did you find that question in maths? How did you find the question in chemistry? And hand on my heart, I wouldn't even remember the question. And maybe I just emptied all my knowledge on that paper and I left. And times I did my exams and I knew 100% I didn't do enough to pass the exam. But Swami, is that my cue to finish? No, just but Swami would guide me every single way, and he would protect me, and he protects us all. We just have to remember, he's with us. Even driving down today, many thoughts come in your mind, right? All the experiences come in your mind, and when you have a limited time, Swami, obviously, different things come in. Today I was driving down, and I have this habit of, when I'm driving by myself, not that you drive with multiple people, when there's no one else in my car, I leave the passenger seat empty. And I think Swami, I know Swami's there. I know Swami's in my heart as well, but I keep that seat clear for him, making sure that he's with me. And a nice, like the altar today, as soon as I walked in today, and I came with Pratapa and Tushar and Auntie and everyone, I walked in and Swami's here. As soon as we do the Om, Swami's here. Even before that, we've already given the invite to Bhagwan. Not that he needs an invite, but we give him. And I keep that seat free, knowing that Bhagwan's sitting with me, he'll protect me. And if something happens, then that's fine as well. That's his will. It's okay because he'll get me through it. He'll hold my hand and take me through it. So throughout my studies, and when I look at the children and then going through their life and their journey as well, it took me back there as well. And then it came to my university and I passed my degree and everything went well and I started working quite quickly. Now, for those of you, and as we know, the last 2 or 3 years have been very difficult times in many ways. We have lost many people, friends, family. We have lost jobs. Lots have been affected by many ways. And Swami says everything is a divine will. He always says, and this is clear and it rings in my mind all the time, not even a blade of grass will move without his will. So what is the coronavirus going to do? And it's him who's brought it to us and he will protect us in that way. And we lose our jobs as well. Now, for those of you who may have gone through that difficult times of losing jobs and you go through consultation and applying for jobs, it is difficult. Now, I haven't done this once or twice. I've been through it 9 times in my career. And the first time was hard, definitely, of course, and I wouldn't be lying if I said it wasn't. But I suddenly realized that this is blessing as well. And every single time I went through it, my family would ask me, my friends would ask me, my work colleagues would ask me, are you not worried? And one of my cousins, who I started an organization, he said to me, you must be worried, surely, you have a mortgage to pay, you have this, and I goes, but it's not my mortgage, right? I will pay today, tomorrow it will go, and he will sort everything out. It's not me who's going to do that. So I went through it 9 times, and one of the times makes me laugh a bit because of not that it's a funny thing that I went through, but when you know that Swami is doing it all, it makes you laugh a bit. So one of the times I'd said to Bhagwan in my heart that before I start a new job, I want to come and see you. I want to have your blessings, and I don't want to start any job before then, knowing that that will take me there. And any reason to go there, then I'm more than happy for it. So I went through the interview processes, I applied for roles, and as you know, you apply for 10 roles or 20 roles, you get 2 or 3 interviews, and then maybe one interview you get is successful. So I booked my tickets, I was flying on this weekend, and I had my final interview before me flying out, and it's a Thursday. So I went to the interview, and the interview went well, but then a lot of my interviews went well, and I still didn't get the role, but this time it went really well, and they offered me the role. And I said, fantastic, I'll take it. They goes, but you start on Monday. And I go, no, that doesn't work for me. And he goes, no, you have to start on Monday. The whole training course for everyone starts on Monday, and you have to start. And I goes, thank you, and I do appreciate all the feedback, but unfortunately, I can't start on Monday. And they looked at me, and they think, are you mad? And I goes, maybe I am to say no to this to the role, but I have given my promise that I'm going to India to see my master, my guru. And they goes, but the job, you're out of a job here. And I goes, no, I know I'm out of a job, but this was my promise to him and for me to go there. I'm going for 2 weeks. And they said, well, we can't keep you we can't keep you on for that. And I said, that's fine. I goes, I appreciate you gave me that opportunity, and the right job will come for me. And then I could see them too. So this was the manager and the boss of the manager. And they said, we've never seen anyone without a job. We see people that we've got jobs and they still turn down and they choose what they want. But you haven't got a job. And I said, that's my wish and that's my journey, and I will take that journey. And they said, fine. I had the best 2 weeks with Swami, of course, because anytime we go, and I started going at the age of 16, and with Swami's grace, I went every year at least once or twice. And I think after about 25 trips or so, then it started slowing down with different things happening in life and that. But I still continued going. And that trip, I had a wonderful trip. And I knew that nothing happens without his will, and that took me to Bhagwan, and job or no job. And I'm not saying that we give up things like this, but for me, that was the right journey. And I came back on the weekend, the 2 weeks after. On the Monday, the manager phoned me and said, the job's yours still. We didn't offer it to anyone. We didn't want to give it. That Monday afternoon, she came to my house just to thank me for taking the job. And then Tuesday, my car arrived and my job continued. And this is only God's grace. When we have full faith in our Sadguru, He will guide us all the way. I still went for a few more times going through, losing my job and that kind of stuff, but that was His way of doing it. So that was my career, and it's still now, it continues as well. Many times I wake up in the morning and I think, Swami, I have got a difficult, if it's an exam or a test or a difficult day at work, something's going to happen today. And then inside I'm thinking, but this is your doing. Why am I worried about what I can't control? And I heard, as we hear these snippet talks about Sai Samarpan in Vrindavan and, talks happening, and one of them only the other day, I was going into a big meeting, and the brother that shared the experience said, Swami said, if I'm not worried about it, why are you worried about it? And I went in that meeting, and it was a Zoom call, as we were so used to these Zoom calls. I looked at Bhagwan and I said, Swami, whatever your will is, let it be. Long as you don't let go of me, and long as I don't let go of you. You'll never let go of me, and I know that you'll never let go of me. But never let me let go of you. And the meeting, like all meetings, went smoothly. The time came, I said what I had to say, and Swami's grace, everything went fine. So he's holding on to Bhagwan. And it happens today, and it'll happen tomorrow, and we all have to take that on board. As Swami says, the eyelid protects the eye. He will never let us go. We always have to look after that. So as I was going through my work career, it came time, as we all know, brothers and sisters, when we get to a certain age, our parents will say, time to get married. And I can see a few of you smiling, and I'm sure we all get this at times as well. And for many years I said to my parents that I don't want to get married. I have no desire to get married. And suddenly maybe the desire from somewhere must have come, and everything was going into place. But I made a wish again, a bit like the 2 weeks I want to go to see Swami. I said, Swami, I'm not going to get married until you tell me you give me your blessings. However you give it, I'm relaxed with that, but that's my bond with you. You have to do this. And so at the time, before I even met my wife at the moment, Priya, I said to my parents, this is the person that I'm going to meet, and they said fine. They knew the family and everything was fine. And then we said, both of us, I told her that was my wish, and she was a bit, what if Swami doesn't say yes? If Swami doesn't say yes, then we don't get married. Simple. It's black and white in my heart, it's black and white in my mind. And she found it a bit strange, and I said, she's been a devotee since birth. I've obviously been a devotee since 16, but I said, this is my bond with Swami. And Swami has to talk to me, right? He has to get something. If I say otherwise, he'll be seeing me upsetting other people as well. So it's that kind of connection you have with Bhagwan. So we started to read Swami's book, The Povanam. And within that 1 or 2 days, Swami made it very clear to me. In my dream, he made it very clear. And I said, look, let's see. We're going to Prashanti. In 2004, we were shy in front of a mic. So I couldn't sing. I couldn't do drama. I couldn't do anything. But someone said, you can be a part of the children's drama by being a chaperone. I said, that's easy, because I just walk with them. I don't have to be in front of anyone, and I did that. I think for 2 years I did that. But Swami gives you so many opportunities, even with that as well. And he's taking those opportunities. So one Christmas I was there, and when the children did the drama, I was with them. And when Swami came on the stage to give them prasadam, I was there. Swami even told me off without telling me. And this is how Bhagwan works in mysterious ways. So I never realized I should not be standing in front of Bhagwan at the time. And I must have been 1920 or something. And Swami came behind the curtains in Purnachandra Hall. The spiral staircase is there. There's a piano. He came down the stairs and he looked at me. And then he told the brother next to me, he said, tell him to crouch down in front of me. And the message is very clear now as well. He didn't say it to me, but I could hear him saying something and looking at me. And then the drama happened and everything happened. And then the Nagar Sankirtan happens with the candle and everything in the morning. And again, we waited. As children were standing on the bottom of the gate, we waited. And then all the Nagar Sankirtan came round the ashram, and we all walks round. And we're sitting in a block, at the back block. And because there's so many big crowds at the back, Swami went outside as well, like he does, and he was waving, and Swami's, everyone had wonderful darshan. As he walks back, I'm sitting on the edge of the block like this, because the children are in the middle of the block. And my prayer is, you give me a sign, and I'll happily leave. As he walked around the corner, he had to go this way on the right. He put his hand on my head as he turned the corner, and then he walked. Thank you, Swami, I'm going today. You've given me your blessings, and I will go, full-heartedly I will go. So Swami gives us many, many opportunities. It's for us to take those opportunities. And opportunities can be anything. Like when I came today, I saw the brothers setting up here and the sisters setting up there. That is an offering to Bhagwan. And everything we do, whether it's pouring the water outside there, and I saw people pouring the water, or setting up the mics, or doing anything we do, the flowers we put on, and the altar looks just amazing. It takes you back to Prashanti. Let's take every single opportunity. Let's make every day a Guru Purnima day that we give gratitude to Bhagwan, and for him to give us these opportunities as well. So for these few words, I'd like to thank you all, and thank Bhagwan, of course, because for me, and I'm sure all of you as well, when we share our experiences with Bhagwan, it takes us back, and it reminds us what Bhagwan has given each and every one of us. Jai Sai Ram.
Shanti.
पुरुषोत्तम गुरु तू सीध बुध तू सिंध विनायक सविता पावक तू साई सविता पावक तू ब्रह्ममज तू यह शक्ति तू विष्णु पिता प्रभु तू सूर्य विष्णु तू राम कृष्ण तू यही बताओ तू यही बताओ तू वासुदेव गौरीश्वरूपतु निरानंद हरि तू आदितीय तू अकाल निर्भय आत्मलिंग शिव तू साई राम लिंग शिव तू आत्मलिंग शिव तू जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे संत जना संगात भक्त जना संगात धरती महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे शिवगणाश्रीकरा सर्वाकारक स्वामी सर्वाकारपते आशित कल्पयतीका आशित कल्पयतीका आवतारका ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता जगन्नाथा माता जन्म जगन्नाथा माते जयता ओम
by me during the day or night. You are my only refuge Therefore, O Lord Sai, protect me compassionately. Hari is on, and that is the truth. I offer all this to Lord Sai. May there be peace to the body, mind, and the soul.
Respected elders, brothers and sisters, Jai Sai Ram. In the name of Guru Purnima, you perform some pujas for some people and waste your lives. There is only one Guru. He is God. That Guru is within you. You are seeking the Guru all over the world. Your gunas, qualities, are in the form of Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara, Trinity, and can protect you, elevate you, or ruin you. When you act righteously and pursue the right path, they will protect you by their Vishnutva, divine potency. Sin or God have no separate existence. Our actions and thoughts assume the form of sin or merit, as the case may be. The royal road to happiness and the removal of sorrow is like action. The essence of all religions, all teachings and spiritual paths is only one thing: love. Develop that divine love above all, whatever your difficulties, whatever the ordeals you have to undergo. In any situation, do not give up God. God is one. Baba, Jai Sai Ram.
Respected elders, brothers and sisters, Jai Sai Ram. Be happy, be happy, be happy, Baba Sai Ram.
Respected elder brothers and sisters, Jai Sai Ram. Guru means one who dissipates the darkness of ignorance. Baba, Jai Sai Ram.
Respected elders, Sai Ram. What is the use of all the sadhanas you are doing? Only when the underlying unity and going, realizing where you have purity, you realize divinity. Today you have no purity, you have no unity or divinity. You have only community in the narrow sense of mine and thine. You must develop fraternal feelings without regard to barriers of race, religion, caste, and class. When you develop this sense of spiritual kinship,
Respected elders, brothers, sisters, children, and our dear guests as well. I hope you enjoyed the program. Just a few things I wanted to say. Firstly, my humble pranams and gratitude at the lotus feet of our Bhagwan Sathya Sai Baba. Thank you for gracing us with your presence today. I would also like to offer our gratitude, special gratitude, to our gurus here as well, They've been great. They've really worked hard throughout the year, and I think everyone has seen the results of that. I'd also like to add my gratitude again to our musician gurus who've been teaching us bhajans, and they've been fantastic with the music and all the bhajan singing. Thank you to our and on the 17th of July, this national prayers for universal peace is being held at the Balaji Temple in Birmingham. So if you would like to attend it, our Hare Krishna Temple Farm Seva was due for next week. We've actually postponed it to the 24th, so a lot of us can attend, as many of us will be attending the Balaji Temple prayers. So we will be going on there on the 24th. There will be no bhajan practice today. Mahaprasad, feel free to come forward. I thank you all once again for coming, and hope you have a safe journey home. Jai Sai Ram.